Hi, my name is Paul Smyth. I'm from Swords in Dublin. Last July I had a pretty horrendous bike accident. Compound fracture to the wrists, probably smashed every bone there was to smash, and was also diagnosed with CRPS, which is complex regional pain syndrome, which means my hand really susceptible to changes in temperature. It was a pretty horrendous couple of months. I was then referred to a saint called Mary Naughton, who's an occupational therapist in Beaumont hospital, and she recommended that, how was I coping? What was the big problems? And the big problem was the hand reacting to temperature changes. So she put me in touch with Elizabeth McGuinness of Kiwi Clothing. Had a quick conversation with Elizabeth, and her service was fantastic. We took photographs of the injuries, we took photographs of the hand, we sent them to her. She liaised backwards and forwards, and she came up with these wonderful gloves. I can't recommend them highly enough. Now, I'll be honest with you, they're fingerless, and at the start I was slightly sceptical. My wife was more of a fan than I was. But if I could just tell you one quick story. We went to the zoo to see the wild lights at night in early December. I was wandering around with my gloves on, hands were like toast. My wife and daughter were with me. They had the best cycling gloves that money can buy, as I'm a cyclist, and they were absolutely freezing. So I gave Elizabeth a quick ring. Fast forwarded, I bought a pair of mittens for my wife. We were at the RDS at a Leinster rugby match. It was Baltic, it was the last week in December. My wife had to take the gloves off, they were that warm. So they really are a lifesaver. With the CRPS, the hand is improving, the fingers are improving, but it's still really susceptible to temperature changes. Even in April, before we had the fabulous weather, if I go for a walk, if the wind builds up, the hand goes purple, the cold really affects it. Bring my trusty glove with me, and that's it. As I said to you, fantastic product. Couldn't recommend them highly enough. And as I said, they are fingerless. But believe you me, it's like having a hot water bottle and your heated blanket on your hand at all times.